Yo, what's up everybody? It's Sneakerheadinthebay coming at you with the Midsole Repaint tip video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just kick back, relax, and let's get right into this. Alright, so check this out. I've seen people trying to do some midsole repaints and all that, and their preparation work is terrible. And I'm kind of trying to figure out why everything looks so bumpy and everything. It's pretty much because they didn't prep their midsoles correctly. So my main tip to get a crispy paint job is to make sure you spend time preparing the midsoles. This really affects how the paint job is going to look at the end. So if you do a great job preparing the midsoles, everything is going to look nice, smooth, and crispy. If you do a crappy job, I'm sorry, it's going to look terrible. So if you guys don't know how to remove the paint the way I do it, go ahead and check out my video. I'll put the link right there. Bam! You guys can go ahead and check that out if you want to, and then you could just go ahead and return to this video when you're done watching that. But pretty much, I mean, you don't have to get all the color off, like you see the yellow spots from the factory paint. All you're trying to go for is like get most of it off, and you want something real smooth. Like if you could hear that one, it's hella smooth. So you want something really smooth, and then it won't be all lumpy when you paint it. So like I said, you need to do some really great prepping on your midsoles to get an awesome paint job. Before you get started painting, let me break it down to you like this. What you guys want is a very nice paintbrush. You don't want to use the paintbrushes that come in these if they do have the paintbrushes on them. You want a nice paintbrush. Alright, if you invest in a nice paintbrush, you're gonna have a better looking midsole. So this is from Princeton Art and Brush Company. It's a shader, it's number 9. You can find this at angelusdirect.com. It came in a package with all these other ones, but I like using this one. You can see I use it a lot. It's starting to fray a little bit, but you want to make sure that this is clean before you start painting, and you want to make sure you have these the correct color paints, and you want to make sure they are the Angelus leather acrylic paints. I wouldn't go with like any spray paint or anything like that. This is high quality stuff and it lasts a while, so you're good on that. Make sure you get the right paints, and you want a little tissue just around, just in case anything happens. Alright, let's get started painting. First thing you want to do is get the lightest color of the midsole on there first, and there's a reason I do this. So I'm going to take the white because the other color is yellow, which is a lot darker than the white. So what I'm going to do is shake this up, shake it like a salt shaker, and then, I know I said a lot before, but you don't want to pull the paint out of the cap. A lot of it gets dried up in there, and that leaves little spots right here, and they dry up, and then it becomes a little bump. So you just want to get it straight out of the bottle. A little bubble right here. Let me pop that. You don't need a lot. You're going to do this in layers, and this is just the way I do it. There's other ways to paint, but you guys wanted to see the way I do it. And the reason I like putting the lighter paint on first is because I could actually get it onto the yellow part. It actually doesn't matter, because when I cover it with the yellow part, if I put the layer over the white, it's just going to cover it. So that means that I don't need to use tape. I don't need to be careful necessarily yet. You see, I'm being really sloppy at this right now, and you guys seen how the other pair looked, and this is actually how I do it. It might seem like it's really sloppy right now, but in the end, that's what really matters. So what I'm doing is I'm just spreading it around, and you see I just messed up right there. A lot of people just let that sit, but what you want to do is just get your finger on it and then just wipe it off. I mean, I hate using the tape for it, because that really messes me up. It makes me usually the tape, it separates, and then it leaves like little spots. Just get rid of it with your finger where it works perfectly. So I'm working at a weird angle. Let me try doing this. But I just use the edge of the brush. You don't necessarily have to do it in at first with paint strokes, but what you want to do to get rid of the brush strokes is, I mean, you have to brush it out. Just while it's drying, there's a period where it's like it gets really thick, and that's where you just brush it out. Like what I'm doing right now, that's how you get the brush strokes out. It's just a lot of brushing over it. And I mean, you don't have to worry about getting it perfect the first time. You're just gonna come around the next time. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a spot right there. I just picked it up with my brush, and I'm gonna put that on the tissue. So, you know, you could just go over here with your finger, just rub it off. It's all good. And yeah, usually the white, it takes a lot, probably 4 or 5 coats until you get a full white. So that's what I recommend. Let me try doing this a little bit more for you guys. Let me get this white coat on, and then I'll show you guys what I do for the yellow. Alright, I put down the first coat right now, and I'm gonna leave this for about 5 minutes to let it dry. People usually they say, you know, wait a whole hour, wait a whole day. Really only takes like 5 minutes for the paint to actually dry up. So in about 5 minutes, I'll add another layer, and I'm going to estimate that the white is going to take about 4 layers to get a full white. And yeah, I mean, this is what it looks like right now. Then I'll show you guys what it looks like when I put the yellow on it. This is what the white looks like after about 4 or 5 coats. I finished that up. As you can see, I did get it over the yellow portion, but it's all good. I'm going to show you guys how to tape it up right now. This is the only time I would actually use paint, when I'm repainting the midsoles. So all you need is the blue painter's tape, and what you're going to do is just put it along the white portion, just the border, and you're just going to block it off. And it's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm going to get to it, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I get it on. Before I get painting, what I do is I put my finger up in this kind of like in between this area right here, and I make sure that this tape is actually secure so it doesn't bleed through. Sometimes the tape likes to come off, so you just make sure that everything is pressed in just like this, nothing too crazy, and we can get painting. Just same steps for this part, and I'll show you guys how I go through on the air units above here, and how I get really close to here. Alright, so this is the paint that I'm using, is Do the Right Thing Yellow. Shaking it up real quick. You guys know the procedure by now, I hope. Get this open. Just get a little bit up on this brush, and the way I get it really close is by pinching this back, and I just go side to side like this, and you can get really close without harming the uppers of the shoe. And you just do this, like this, and it's pretty easy. And then when you're done, just make sure that you go over it again in a more uniform stroke pattern, so it's not all bunched up at that corner part, and you just work your way throughout the midsoles until this full part is the actual color you want it. So I'd give this about 3 or 4 coats. Alright, so the yellow part is getting almost that full Do the Right Thing yellow. People kind of mess up right here on the air unit. Basically, there's 2 ways to do it. You could either just go sideways and make sure that you just don't go inside the air unit, or you can do it this way, and then after, make sure that the brush stroke just goes left and right. Ooh, hope you guys can see that, my bad. And you just continue along, make sure that you put enough coats to make it look the full color. So this needs about probably 2 or 3 more coats. The paint's all done. Now it's time to remove the tape. This is just the moment of truth right here. I'll tell you, 9 times out of 10 it usually leaks. People try to, I've seen it before where people like want to repaint the whole midsole because it leaked, but it's not it's never that bad. Just want to remove it slowly because sometimes this tape, it can remove the paint off of here if it didn't dry before you put it on. But it's looking pretty clean right now actually. But usually it'll need some touch-ups right there. It needs a touch-up. But it's all good. Just cover that up with more white paint. We'll see where else needs some attention. It's looking pretty crisp though. I'll keep continuing this and I'll touch this up right after. This is the last part of the restoration. All you need to do is just touch the little areas that leaked. So I'm just gonna use this paintbrush I just washed. Just go a little bit, just put a little paint over, just cover it up. Make sure it's not too noticeable. And this might require probably 1 or 2 layers depending on, you know, how dark the paint is or how well it blends in. But you're just gonna go around the shoe. I don't have that many leaks through here. This one actually, it just wiped right off. So, I mean, just paint it up like this. Just follow the lines in the shoe and you'll be good to go. So, that's pretty much it. That's what goes into these repaints. Let me get you guys some pictures, and yeah. Actually guys, I think I'm gonna put the pictures in the beginning of this video, so you guys probably already seen them already. So if you guys go ahead and do me a big favor, just follow me on Instagram at Sneakerheadinthebay for future updates, future videos. Just I'll post on there, say that there's a video up on my YouTube. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Sneakerheadinthebay, kind of as a thank you. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I apologize for it being so long, but I had to shed some knowledge on you guys, so it did take a while, and I hope you guys appreciate the time I put in this video. I'll catch you guys next time. It's your boy, Sneakerhead in the Bay. I'm out. Peace.